Howdy, howdy.
What's going on?
We're trying something new. We got a GoPro we're going live from. We'll see if this works. Let me find our feed here so I can watch it, make sure we look legit.
There we are.
I'm looking.
It looks like we're on a big time delay.
Here we go. Uh-oh, I got my... Howdy, howdy. Alright. Yeah, we look alright. I probably should have wiped the lens off. You'll be out. How y'all doing? We are trying... Well, long story short, I bought a new GoPro, and you can go live from this GoPro, so we're testing it out, seeing how the sound works, seeing how everything works. I'm sure there'll be some quirks to work out, so bear with us on that, but we're just playing around, seeing what happens. I got in case you're a GoPro person, I got the Hero 9 Black, which just came out, and I got the Media Mod, which has got the microphone built in. So I just think it's kind of cool, and it tells me our Wi-Fi and all that stuff on the phone here. That's pretty cool, isn't it? It tells us our everything's good.
What up, Mick?
What's up?
What
We
up?
are definitely
Chicken Mac.
delayed a little bit on what we're watching, but that's okay. Can y'all hear us okay? Is that part good? We could technically run lapel mic from this thing, but probably not necessary. Any X-Impacts 250s? No 250s. We might have some 350s, but no 250s. I actually need to get... They've been back ordered on so much stuff. We finally got... Something just went black. Hopefully that's good. It still says we're good here.
Yeah.
They've been back ordered on so much stuff. They finally got some 350 Outlaws in, or 300 Outlaws in. That's coming in tomorrow, a couple packs, and I need to see what else. I know we tried to order 2 or 3 times, and they were out of stock. So I got to get everything back up to par.
Nick says everything looks and sounds good on his end.
Good. So the big news this week is the ATA show's been canceled.
Yep.
I know a lot of people don't care or don't know what it is, but it's a show that the dealers go to, and it's in January. We get to see all the new products, and just a real big event. You know, there's 10, 15,000 people there, archery dealers. We make a lot of our orders there, and I know a couple of the big companies pulled out and said they wasn't going to go, so ATA finally said there's no reason in having it if all these bigger players are not going to be there. I know I had got several surveys from different archery companies saying, were we planning on going? And we still were.
Oh, yeah.
You know, they already said, you know, of course we was going to do the mask, and there was going to be one-way aisles and all this stuff, so it was going to be a little different. But what was that, yesterday they announced it? Something like that. So, no ATA show this year. It's going to... We already get, especially from people we already order from all the time, we get a lot of pre-ATA show emails saying, hey, whether you're here or not, here's our dealer show specials, you know, and we'll get a few % off or whatever. And so I don't think it'll be that big a deal, but definitely something different, you know. So curious how that goes. How's it going, Jeff? How's it going, Matthew?
Muddy Duck said they're eating supper.
Eating supper. I'm about ready to eat supper myself.
Mm-hmm.
I don't even know what we're going to eat. I ate pizza last night from Old Guy's Pizza.
I'll probably have another good old hamburger helper.
Hamburger helper.
You can't go wrong with that stuff, though.
It's easy. I'll give you that. I keep some in the backup stash in the cabinet, and if I'm in a hurry or I need to just cook something, I'll break it out. What's going on, Darren? But yeah. Let me get going here. Okay. But yeah, so this is neat, trying this on the GoPro. The 9's got a little screen on the front so you can see what you're recording, and we've got our computers going, and so that's pretty neat. I think it'll be neat for when 3D season comes back around. Hopefully next year it'll be back to normal, because it's got all this stabilization stuff. So when we walk around with it, it'll be super smooth and all that. So that'll be cool. That will be cool. What else is going on? We still got a lot of bows coming in here.
Yep.
We got a bunch of crossbows to get done next day or two. A lot of strings going on. Is that me or you?
Me.
Okay. But still rocking and rolling. Our gun season just opened here this week in South Carolina, so I think I think we'll see as far as a local crowd. Now it'll start calming down a little bit because everybody's out with a gun. But then we got Christmas stuff coming right around the corner. We got a lot of youth bows ordered. We ordered, I think I told y'all already, but we ordered like 36 bear bows. They're coming in the next month. Ordered a few more PSE bows, kids bows, and lower end PSEs just to get in before Christmas. And I think PSE is going to be releasing something here soon. I actually thought they were already going to do it. Maybe it was October 30th or something, but they got something coming up. And I'm curious to see what they do, because when the rep was in here, he was talking about something was going to release at the ATA show, and they were going to feel like they were going to write most of their orders at the ATA show, and now it's canceled, so I don't know how that'll work.
Let's see.
You know, I hadn't even thought about that.
Lancaster Classic.
No. All these bow companies are talking about waiting until the ATA show to release, and now there's not one, so then what do they do?
I seen something. Matthews is releasing their flagships in November.
Okay.
I did see that.
I've heard the Vegas Archery Shoot is still on as of now. I don't know about the Lancaster Classic.
Let's see.
Yeah, my dad leases some land over in Tignal, and he's wound up ready to get his gun out on Saturday. Kevin. I'm going to look at the Lancaster Classic website.
I'm going to look and see where I seen that about the Matthews stuff.
Where is it at?
Maybe it's here.
It's still got it on the Lancaster Classic website, January 23rd through 26th. You know, that's something we ought to think about. I know you ain't gonna get on an airplane.
Yep.
But if I could in some way talk you into it, this could be the year we fly out to Vegas and go to the Vegas shoot, since we're not going to the ATA show. Usually our problem is the ATA show is usually in Indianapolis, so it's sort of a semi-big trip, you know, dragging several of us from the shop up there, spending 3 or 4 days, getting back, the whole 9 yards, and then like the next few weeks after that, there's like the Vegas shoot's coming up, the Lancaster Classic, this, that, and the other. There's just a lot of stuff that I'd like to go to, but usually don't, just because we just got back. So,
yeah,
I'm telling you, let's load you up.
Airplane's out.
Come on.
Nah. I don't know where I seen that on Matthews, but it said that they were going to release, what was it, like 3 new flagship bows, I think is what it was. So, but it was November something, November 20th, I want to say.
Vanessa, I think there's got to be a way we get him on a plane. I mean, I don't know what it is. I have to really think about it. I've known this dude since '94. I'll figure out how to get in his head and get him on the plane.
And that's one thing you will not do, is get me on it. You pretty much just going to have to knock me out somehow.
TJ, we're going to kill an elk en route to the show, and that would probably get him, that would get him going maybe. I don't know. But we got to get him on a plane.
Nah.
If we didn't go there, and they do have the Lancaster Classic, we could possibly drive up there. How far was it? It was like
Wasn't it 11 hours? Because it wasn't too much further. It was either the same amount of hours, or it was just maybe an hour more than Indy is.
I'm looking.
Darren said November the 17th on the Matthews bows.
Okay.
I knew it was around that time.
About 9.5 hours. That ain't really much more than Indianapolis to get there.
Well, Indy's roughly 10. Vanessa said if you ain't figured it out yet, you won't.
Oh, I'll figure it out. I'll drug his hamburger helper one night. He'll be like, "Woo, let's get on the plane."
Chicken Mac said taking off on a plane freaks me out. I'm probably not helping.
What's going on?
But I'm kind of afraid of heights a little bit. The highest I've been up is like 300. There was a lighthouse up in, I think it was Virginia or Nags Head. It was in Nags Head. I walked up to it. I walked up to the top and went out on the thing, and it was like 300 something feet, I think, or right at 300. That's about as high as I want to go. If the good Lord wanted me to fly, He'd give me a pair of wings.
In an airplane, it's big. I could sit near the window, and I mean, we could get some food. I mean, it'd be like you're on a big bus or something. You wouldn't even know it. It'd be like, I'd tell you that we'd get out there and hit turbulence or something, and we'd never get you back.
Breaking news: Stan the man is watching from the tree.
Man, if y'all watch the podcast, we put a picture of the deer he shot out of his saddle. That was pretty cool. But Stan is in the tree. Speaking of being in the tree, I got to thinking about this. Do y'all, you know those little earbud things? Like the ones I've been looking at is the Galaxy Buds or whatever. But I would imagine, well, I guess it'd be twofold. You wouldn't be able to hear like the deer walking, but does anybody use those in the tree stand? Because from what I'm reading, I don't have any, and I'm not really a earbud type of guy, but it says not only do they play music or whatever you're listening to on your phone, but they also, you can set it to something and it'll pretty much, I guess, amplify what you hear. I don't know anything about them, so if anybody's got them, fill me in, but I'm just curious. What's going on, Richard? Can shoot in Syracuse, usually February. Got CT5 dialed in. Anyway, I'm just curious about that.
Mm-hmm.
But we got in have y'all heard of these? It's made by High Tech Archery. It's a new string stop, or a newer string stop within the past year or two. And they call it sand trap technology. I guess it's got sand in there to sort of absorb vibration or whatever. We got one in and put it on a bow today, and I didn't get a huge chance to play with it, but I'm just curious if anybody has shot it, or do you use one, or do you like it, hate it, whatever. We've been using, on the prime bows, there's a string stop called a Cool Hand Luke string stop, and they work great. But I think he got so behind, he's way behind on making them, so we've been waiting, and I heard about these other ones, so I ordered one, put it on, but I didn't get to really, the guy just kind of took it with him, so.
I was about to say, Jeff, I don't even like roller coasters.
Let me tell you the roller coaster story. I got into roller coasters for a while, and about 10 years ago, I went to Six Flags and hopped on one, didn't think nothing about it, and I got off of that thing, and it was one of the easier ones, you know, and man, I was dizzy and about felt like I was going to puke, and I was like, man, I'm getting old. So I kind of just said, well, I guess this is the end of my roller coaster years now. But I kind of got into roller coasters for a while there, and then I guess, I don't know what happened.
Muddy Duck says they're here.
Oh my goodness. Only an option if you have a Galaxy phone and the Buds app. It's not available on regular Buds. Yeah, TJ, he's sort of a, what do you call it? What's the thing that goes around and around?
Teacup?
No.
Why
can't I think of this? You got horses and stuff.
Oh, carousel?
Carousel. He's a carousel man.
I like this, and this is just something that I like to see the country, you know, like we leave out here and go through India. I just like seeing the sights, you know, kind of like seeing just different. I don't know how in the world to say it, but I just like seeing everything.
Yeah.
And 30,000 feet, I don't know,
Oh, you still see some stuff.
Yeah, clouds. I can see them from standing on the ground.
We could see the Grand Canyon.
But that's just been me. I mean, my papa was that way. Papa, he wanted to drive that way he could see, and my nanny was the same way too. So I guess that's where that comes from. But
We'll see if the screen's still on the back of this thing.
But no airplanes for me. Yeah, I'm not doing Ferris wheels either.
I've never been a fan of stuff that like around and around type stuff. I get dizzy pretty easy. I did get on what was them big things you used to get in, and you had the big thing you turn. It went around, and you could manhandle it. And it
the
whatever, tilt-a-whirl or something.
Yeah.
But mainly because I could control it. You know what I mean? So like, if I got dizzy, I could stop it for the most part.
Yeah.
But like the Himalayan sleigh ride and all that,
I love that ride.
I get dizzy. I just can't take it.
The old hurricane down there at the Family Kingdom, I rode it.
Speaking of that, I don't know if you know this, but starting this weekend, the Elberton County Fair is coming.
Oh.
I go every year. I guess me and Dawn and Joanna will go first next week sometime, but
I am waiting on Vanessa to type a message up about the fair right now.
I'll go ahead and tell her.
Oh, Lord.
TJ and Vanessa met, and Vanessa was thinking, I'm going to get this fine specimen to take me to the fair, and she was giving out all kind of hints for him to carry her down to the fair up here in Greenville. He didn't get the hint. TJ, you got to tell him what you want. So finally, his cousin or somebody said, listen, she's wanting you to carry her to the fair and buy her cotton candy and give her a sugar. And round about December, I get a call, and TJ says, we engaged. And I was like, oh, Lord.
Well, we never did go to the fair. So that's kind of a running joke. So I'm probably going to get hate mail on here now.
Let me back up about the fair.
Oh, Lord.
The fair scares me because I know you see these people at the fair, they sketchy. And they put some of these rides together. So I don't get on a whole lot of stuff at the fair myself. But it also makes you wonder, is that more safe than somewhere like Six Flags where it's just always together, and do they even check it to see if it's about to kill somebody? So I don't know.
Yes, I know. I haven't taken you yet.
Y'all need to go next week because the Elberton Fair, I don't know if you've ever been down there, it's a nice small fair. I like it. You can make you about 2 laps through there, get you a cotton candy apple, look at the cows and the chickens and all that like we used to have. I miss the old Anderson Fair.
In a way I do. I like the old Carney game, to be honest with you.
Anderson Fair got sketchy. I don't know. It just got to a certain point here where we live. People were getting shot and stabbed and everything else. So now they bring a spring fair up to our civic center, but it's just not the same.
Mm-hmm.
Not the same. Anyway. Holy crap, after 153 years, it got canceled. But no, I enjoy the Elberton Fair. We go. I don't even remember how many years ago I carried Dawn down there to it. I guess not long after we met. We went every year, and now Joanna goes with us, and she likes all them animals, and they most every year they do like the flying people, they do all the heists. She likes all that, and then it's pretty cool. But it's cheap, it's neat, it's good to go to. I don't know how we got talking. Yeah, anyway, Vanessa, get him to carry you down here to Elberton, and it'd be a good one. There's a Mexican restaurant in Elberton. We usually go to that afterwards. Honestly, my favorite thing about Elberton, Georgia, is the Walmart. They still got the old school Walmart, the little one, and I just love going in there. I'll make a special trip down there just to go in that little Walmart. I miss the old Walmart, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You went into the electronic section, and you had to pay for electronic stuff in there, or the beeper to go off, and all that type of thing. That was neat. Those were the days right there. I remember that was the same days we were in the CD club.
Oh,
You get
man.
like, what was it, 3 CDs? I don't remember if it was a month or a quarter or what, but you'd get 2 or 3 CDs.
Yep.
And oh man, that was my jam. I'd be getting me some Garth Brooks, some Brooks and Dunn,
Yep.
George Strait. I'd be ordering up CDs left and right. But I'd go to Walmart and get me some too.
Oh, yeah.
But man.
You remember when they put them in the little plastic anti-theft case where you couldn't get them? You had to go up there. I was like, oh, man.
Yep.
Jeff said that fair been around longer than Barnum and Bailey.
I don't know how we got talking about fairs.
Vanessa.
Oh, thanks, Vanessa. But anyway,
Yep.
I know. Nothing. Oh, that's why I like Elberton. Maybe I need to move to Elberton. How, Kevin, how's your house coming along? I seen the concrete got poured. Y'all moving in yet? We don't need your wife to kill you. But we were wanting to come down there. Let's stay in the mindset of Elberton. Last Sunday, we were attempted to make a trip to come shoot the 3D course at Bobby Brown, and it rained us out. And I was going to text you and see if you wanted to come. So I don't know when we're going. We're going to try to have a shoot here on Halloween. And then it seems like there's something going on every weekend up till about Thanksgiving. But
Anybody else having issues with AAE Max Stealth vanes not sticking right?
I don't think, but I usually, like with AAE, I follow their stuff to a T. I'll use their little wipes, I'll use their glue, the whole 9 yards. Honestly, that's kind of, Blazers about the only thing we ever get asked for anyway. But that's kind of why I like Blazers. I feel like I've got them figured out. You know what I mean? Like I can make them stick. I don't have any problem. Flex Fletch, same way. I can, as long as I use their glue and stuff, I can make them stick good. But I've tried, what was it? What's another? Vane Tech.
Yeah.
I remember we got some, I still got some, we got some Vane Techs in, and I could not for the life of me get them to stick. And I tried different glues and different this and that. I just couldn't get them to stick. Same with them Nitro Vanes from Pine Ridge. And I thought they were going to be cool because the base of them have got these jagged ridges like they would, the glue would get in them and they'd stick. They were flying off left and right.
The QTIs, they ain't never had no problem with them.
Yeah, that would be, I wouldn't, there's no way I'd drive to Washington State, Stan. I've almost flew to the ATA show before, but I got to, I don't know, I got to calculate, and I'm like, by the time I drive to get to an airport, spend the 2 hours or whatever you're supposed to get there before it starts, fly up there, do all that, I'm going to be about at the same time it is, I can just buzz up there in the car. And we leave early, so we can get there in a pretty quick fashion.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'll text you if we go to Bobby Brown. I'd like to go sooner than later, but I don't know. Like I say, there's so much. We got our shoot, and then between that and like Thanksgiving, I think about every weekend's got something going on. But we'll come up with something. I thought about going one weeknight just to go, and then I got some kind of message here. Okay. I thought about going one weeknight, and then I got an email from Bobby Brown. They got those yurts, like a tent-looking thing, but it does have heat and air in it. They're renting out for $50 a night till the end of the year. And I told my wife, I was like, "Why don't we go down there and stay in a yurt for a weekend?" She was a go with it, so we might go. I thought about talking to Partain that helps us. He's got a big camper, seeing if we could correlate a big trip of a weekend and everybody go. Will you stay in a yurt?
Yeah.
All right. I know you won't fly, but we could stay in yurts.
I've been a few times, KJ. I hadn't been much. It seems like every time I get ready to go, something comes up or...
KJ, your daddy came in 2 days ago?
What's the day? Thursday... Yesterday.
Whatever day it was. I sent you a picture of his truck out there, and I was like, we have got to get KJ back from Vermont to South Carolina. He don't belong up there. He agreed with me, so you got it coming.
Matthew says got a 3D blackout shoot this weekend.
Have y'all heard, I don't know if many people keep up with indoor archery, but from what I understand, the Indoor Nationals was canceled this year. It's normally in somewhere in the Midwest, and they're going to let local clubs do them all over the United States. I thought that was pretty cool. Who is this? Yeah, I heard Elbert County had bought it from the state. I knew some people that stayed in those yurts a couple weeks ago. Before the little deal, they emailed me the deal this week, I guess it was, about $50 a night, but I just thought it'd be something different. I don't know if we'll do it or not, but she gave me the thumbs up. Okay.
KJ said give him a few years.
We need you back, KJ. So KJ, let me tell y'all, let me fill y'all in. He met this fine young girl who was from Vermont, and she conned him into moving up there. That's the short of the long. And he said, okay, I'm going. And he's been, how long you been for, KJ? A year and a half, something like that. And so he's gone. We'll hear from him in a little bit.
Yep.
But I can't imagine how it would be to live in Vermont and have the southern accent that we do. It would probably be bad.
Probably look at you like, huh? What you say?
But anyway, we are going to give away a pack of Rocket Broadheads. So real quick, I'll throw this out there. 2.5 years. Pick a number between 1 and 20, and we'll give them away here in a few minutes. Rocket Siphon Broadheads. We got a bunch of them in. They're good broadhead. You don't need a rubber band. Internal retention system. They're 1 3/4 inch cut. 3 blade. Just a nice broadhead. But anyway, pick a number between 1 and 20. We'll give them away shortly. Yeah, I bet. I had an aunt that moved from here to Wisconsin for a while, and she said people up there would just have a time with her accent. And I was like, yeah, I bet so. Brian Donahue's on here. You didn't even comment, Brian. Come on, man. Did you sell your saddle yet? Just curious. Brian and Jeff have the same number, and I think Brian picked it first. Jeff. Anybody else? I think we're good. Everybody else. Anyway, these are good broadheads. I just got a pack off the wall just to have something cool to give away. Surgically sharp blades. But
she gone.
That was quick. She gone. That was very quick. The COVID stuff here, Richard, I mean, we still, it's sort of a mandatory wear a mask if you go to a store, or like if we go out to eat, you wear one going in, and then when you sit down, you take it off. But as far as cases, I feel like it's calmed down a little bit,
yeah.
But it's still there. Like we had a guy the other day, he said he had got it, but it was back in the summer, and I think his grandparents had recently got it, so I don't know.
Curious if you have any insight on the TrueWave technology they use. Is it something new?
It hadn't popped up on my screen yet. Oh, I see it now. TrueWave. Is that?
I'm trying to think.
Recently got my son Carbon Force Hunter. I don't know. Honestly, I think it's more of a marketing thing. But I also heard from the rep that they were switching manufacturers, PSE is, on their arrows, and he didn't have a lot of specifics yet. But I just wonder, I know Victory started making their small diameter PSE arrows, I can't remember what they were called. I just wonder if they're not going to move their whole line up to Victory and then go with that. I know Victory makes arrows for a lot of smaller operations, but back in the day, we sold a ton of PSE arrows, and it kind of dwindled off, and I guess they're trying to keep it going.
Yep.
So one more time, we're giving away these. I'll probably do it sooner than later because it ain't telling me the battery life on this GoPro, and I hate for it to die. But we're giving these away. Pick a number between 1 and 20, scroll through, make sure you don't pick a number somebody else has got. I'll give it a couple minutes and we'll do it just to make sure in case we cut off that we got it done. A good bow for your wife. For the money, I'll be honest, like we sold earlier a PSC Uprising. I meant to get a video done on it, and I didn't, but we got another one coming in. I'll try to get a video, but it's a $320 bow, super adjustable. You know, it'll go from like 14 or something all the way up to 30 inches. The poundage is all over the place, and it's a package. So for $320, that's kind of hard to beat, to be honest. Let's see. Perry, happy sometimes tree. I know it. We're trying to get to hunting, Perry.
Yeah.
It's been wild. Poor old Jackie. We didn't give him heart failure, I think, but it's been crazy.
Can't go visit family or friends in their homes or indoor venues. Only outdoor locations in groups of no more than 6.
Wow.
What Richard said. That's crazy.
It is crazy. It is crazy. For the new people that got on, we're giving these rocket broadheads away. Pick a number between 1 and 20. The open numbers right now are 1, 9, 10, 12, 15, 19, and 20. I'm going to do it sooner than later because we're playing around with a new GoPro here that we're going live on, and the screen went dark, I guess power save mode, and I don't know what kind of battery life we got left, so I don't want it to go dead on us. So I'm going to give it like 1 minute, and I'm going to pick a number. Ooh, 1 and 20. Okay.
I normally have a piece of paper right
Here, I got something right here.
Alright, that'll work.
Let's see here. Yes, it is crazy how this year's went just in general, you know what I mean? Like, I was talking to somebody earlier, and y'all have heard us talk about it, but it went crazy when the COVID hit in April, because I guess people just needed something to do and were out of work. And then we rolled into our busy season, and then kept on rolling. And I would say some of the foot traffic has calmed down just a tad in the last week or two, but it's still, I mean, we got at least a dozen bows still in there that people have dropped off in the past few days to work on. I mean, it's just crazy.
It is. It is crazy, crazy.
All right, I'm picking a number. Between 1 and 20, I'm on random.org. Generate number 15. Number 15, I don't think anybody picked. Do a quick look back.
Unless it's froze, my comments is froze up. I don't see a 15.
Yeah, and Muddy Ducks just said 15 was up, and we'll draw another one. Number 2. Number 2. KJ. Didn't you win last week, KJ? Come on, son. KJ's won again. Now what are we going to do? We're going to have one of them super quick radio voices.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 you know, they'll say that and it says like if you've won in the past 6 months. No, we ain't going to do that. But KJ, you have won a pack of rocket broadheads. Send me, I know your dad came and got the scent you won last week. I don't imagine he's going to want a pack of broadheads because he don't shoot a bow, I don't think. But I can mail these to you if you want me to. Just shoot me your, I probably got it, but
they said pick another.
Are you sure? Because we can ship them to you. we'll see what KJ says.
I was about to say, I'm pretty sure KJ was probably going to say just pick another number.
We'll let him confirm it. Because I can ship them to you, KJ. I'm telling you, not a big deal.
Feels like we need the Jeopardy theme song on Final Jeopardy playing.
Okay, we're picking another number.
He said, but send him his t-shirt.
Number 4. Number 4. Somebody picked it. Jeff picked it. Mr. Jeff Orm. Jeff, just shoot me a message on archeryshack@gmail.com with your shipping address, and I will send these jokers out to you. 100 grain rocket broadheads. Good broadheads. KJ, you're a nice fella. I don't care what they say about you.
Yeah.
But anyway, congratulations, Jeff. And let me think. I gotta come up with a video for us to put out on Sunday. I'll come up with something. We'll do something. I don't know what we'll
Well,
do.
we ain't done a Sunday video in a long time.
I need to do like, I guess I think we're gonna have a Halloween shoot out here. Maybe we can put some kind of video out for it. And then I really wanted to do that uprising, but it got gone before I could do it.
Mick said he's still no word on this stuff.
We may just have to, let me check, Mick. I don't know about an international shipment, but I know like in the U.S., if they lose a package, I just fill out a form and get reimbursed, and then I make another one and ship it. So I'm imagining we'll do the same thing with you. I'll ask my post office lady tomorrow how to handle that. I don't know how it works with international, but yeah, that's crazy. I think it was showing it's going to Australia, it made it to China, and then just kind of went off grid, so I don't know what happened. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I know I shipped, I think it was a Raven set to Canada a while back, and they emailed me and I looked, and it said it had went to Florida, of all places. Why would it go down? And then, but I guess that's how it works. And that was it. Like, that was a couple weeks ago, so they said they'd just wait another week or two, but we'll figure out something. We will figure it out. What else we need to talk about? I'm pretty happy with the way this GoPro worked tonight. I'm going to go back and watch it and make sure everything looks cool, but I may start using it. It's easier. Usually on these live feeds, I just use a phone because it's convenient. But then when I use a phone, I got the computer here this time, but sometimes I can't see what's going on. But this worked out pretty good. And I can't wait to use this GoPro when we start having shoots again first of the year, so that'll be cool. But anyway, that's pretty cool.
We're going to have more camera gear on a 3D shoot than we're going to be shooting.
Well, I was thinking, remember, our last tab visit, we had too much crap. You had a camera, I had a camera. We were like, we can't even shoot for videoing, and I'll figure out something. But anyway, I need to make some cool
The old
stuff.
wagon might have to be brought out.
Real quick story about the wagon. 10, 15 years ago, the big thing in 3D shoots was to get a stool, like a nice stool with a quiver mounted on the side. So we've had those for years. Well, we went to a shoot, the R100 down in Commerce, Georgia. Homer, Georgia, I guess technically.
Yeah.
Somebody had one of these fold-out wagons with quivers mounted and a little ice chest, and I laughed at it. Well, 3 or 4 hours in, I was like, these people's got it figured out. So I go buy us a wagon. And we carry that thing to Kiwi Bowman, and if you're not local, Kiwi Bowman has a massive hill right in the middle of the property that usually they integrate into their chute. Well, here I am dragging this heavy wagon up this big hill, and I'm like, what was I thinking? So it worked at some shoots it didn't, but I ended up abandoning my little wagon. But anyway, Partain just shot a deer. Oh Lord, look at that.
No.
John Partain that helps us Can y'all see that at all? He just sent me this.
We're a few seconds delayed.
I don't know if you'll see that. I'm gonna come in close. I'm gonna back up. Congratulations, Spartan, if you're watching later.
Yeah, we do make custom strings and ship them out. You don't have to send a bow to us or anything like that.
Just go to archeryshackstrings.com. I don't say this enough, but we got a discount code, podcast15 will get you 15% off. When you get to the final checkout page, there's a little box. Just type in podcast15, it'll get you that discount. Just to let us know what we can do.
Mm-hmm.
Did it ever get to the part where I held could you see the Partain deer picture?
I think I wasn't paying attention. I was looking.
Adam's sitting in the stand right now.
I was going back through the comments. I wasn't paying attention.
We'll tell Partain. We just put the picture
On YouTube.
on the live feed. Okay. That's done. But anyway, I guess we'll get off here and we'll be back with our usual podcast. I think figured out we got it back on our podcast, back on all the audio stuff on the podcast. I know two people had messaged me and said something about the podcast hadn't been on Spotify and on Google something for a while, so I went back in and redid everything, and I think it went out this week, so I'll keep doing that. Yeah, we can give away another string set coming up. KJ, not a problem. KJ's a cool dude, in case y'all didn't know, but he sponsored the string set we gave away
On our
on
1 year.
1 year. Yeah. So that's cool. Yeah, the bloodline stuff, fiber. Muddy Ducks, I think you just go to Spotify and type in Archery Shack Shop Talk and the podcast pops up, if I'm not mistaken.
I think that's how it is. I know whenever you told me that, I got on there and looked, and I think it was at like podcast 41 is when it stopped.
I guess something didn't jive and I didn't realize it, so I just like logged out, reconnected everything, and then did it again, and it was on there this time. So hopefully it's supposed to put it on like Spotify, Google, like 10 different podcast things. I don't know that we ever got on Apple iTunes. I know we were supposed to, but I don't know if we ever did. But
I know somebody asked about Apple, but about iTunes, but I couldn't remember if we ever got on there or not.
Anyway, we'll leave y'all alone for the night and go find us something to eat. But
Yep.
Thank you for watching. Text us or email us or whatever you want to do about topics and stuff for the podcast. archershack@gmail.com or tj@archershack.com.
Mm-hmm.
We still get a few questions in. And I know we're going to be doing it. It'll probably be in the next month. Some sort of arrow building video that Wes had asked about. And who knows what else. But we'll come up with some cool stuff. But y'all have a good evening. Let me figure out how. I think I got to stop this thing from the phone this time on the GoPro.
Use Anchor.
Yeah, I think it puts it on Anchor FM. I think. I'll have to look. I'll look and we'll know shortly. Actually, I can look right now. Hang on. Give me 1 second. Your podcast analytics. I thought I could find out.
Yeah, Perry, we'll go over that one on the podcast this week, because I've had a couple phone calls this week about verifiers and clarifiers.
Yeah. It says we're on Anchor FM, Google Podcasts, Spotify, Breaker, and Radio Public right now is what this thing says. So, let me... Who is this? I gotta figure out how to get off here. We might be live on that. I've got the S20 Ultra. TJ's got the Note.
The Note 20 Ultra.
Yeah. I had mine when you saw us. I don't think TJ had his.
I ain't had mine, but maybe a month and a half.
Yeah. But we, I don't remember if you're on here yet, Muddy Duck. I bought one of these the newest GoPro, and you can stream from it, and it goes. I guess I control it here on the phone, and we're just testing it out. But I think it's going pretty good, so I may start doing it that way.
She has the Note 20 Ultra too.
Yeah. I mean, I've always, well, I mean, I like Apple too, but as far as phones, I've been a Droid type of guy for a good while, and probably will continue to be. But